Okay, episode 5 of season 1 of The Wheel of Time. Blood Calls Blood is what this episode is called. Okay, yeah, so the episode starts and they're burying the dead from this battle that they had. Sorry, that one hair is gonna bother me. Oh, what the heck? It's just like sticking up. Okay, but they're burying all the people that died in the battle. And it doesn't matter if they were on Logain's side or if they were Aes Sedai or whatever. Everyone's being buried in this burial ritual. And I love the burial ritual and I like the ritual around it. And yeah, Moiraine says, "May the last embrace of the mother welcome you home." So do they believe that God is a woman? I don't know. I don't know. Mother Earth. So that's okay. Then it says 1 month later. So everybody's on their own little quests right now. Rand and Mat are together still. Perrin and Egwene are together still. Lan, Moiraine, and Nynaeve are together still, and they're with the Aes Sedai, the other Aes Sedai. And 1 month later is a pretty long time. So it took them a long time to get from the Two Rivers to Tar Valon. Oh yeah, and so the Aes Sedai crew with Moiraine and even Liandrin's there, right? They're bringing Logain, the false dragon, to the White Tower. Oh yeah, there was that battle at the end of the last episode. So now they've determined that he was a false dragon. Then we go to Rand and Mat, and Mat is going a little crazy. He's having a hard time. And then we see Tar Valon with the white towers, the big tower in the middle, and there's a volcano in the background. I'm guessing, I think I know what that volcano means, but it's in the book. We'll talk about that later in the book, but I think I know what that is, but I don't actually know. And they lost Tom. So Tom is dead, they think. I don't think Tom is dead, but right now Tom is dead. But they go to the inn that Tom told them to go to. So Tom said, "Go to this inn. I know them. Go there." Okay, so they went there. Good job. Okay. And then Moiraine, Lan, and Nynaeve arrived to the White Tower. Oh yeah. And Lan and Moiraine are getting Nynaeve set up in her little room, and then they leave. Lan leaves. So the girls can chat. And Moiraine, like, I wrote down some of Moiraine's lines. I did like this scene. You saw how small you are in comparison to the source. So she's kind of just addressing how Nynaeve touched the source and saw that, you know, she's very small in comparison. And then I feel like there was sort of this element of like, she's being called to something. And now, like, her family and friends don't understand it, right? Because she knows something that they don't know, and it's hard you can't explain it. And again, Moiraine also says, "You will never be the same." So that changes everything, right? So you'll never be the same. And Moiraine is like, "In time, you'll see that this is a gift and not like a burden or a cross." Yeah. So they have that little moment. Nynaeve is still really standoffish, and she still is for a little bit, it seems, but yeah. Okay, now we go back to Perrin and Egwene, and they're with the Tinkers still, the traveling people, the Tuatha. They got a lot of names, I'm learning. And they run into the White Cloaks. Ew. The White Cloaks are not this gross from just the Eye of the World book. They are so gross in this show. Okay, so when anyone's being tortured or bloody, I skip it, and everybody would be like, "Oh my gosh!" But this time I watched it, and whatever. Okay, and then Valda is that head White Cloak guy, and he's scary. And he smacks Isla. Oh my gosh! So this violence against women. Valda smacks Isla, and earlier, Lan knocked out Nynaeve in the earlier episode. Like, what? That is insane. But he's like, Valda's like, oh, it looks like it's the way of the leaf versus the way of the light. And then, yeah, so Perrin and Egwene try to run away with that one guy, and then the White Cloaks find her and him, and they take them hostage. So the White Cloaks have Perrin and Egwene. Perfect. Something bad's gonna happen. Okay, so now we're back to Rand and Mat is out of commission. He is struggling very hard. Rand meets Loial and Ogier, hopefully I said that right. He's like, son of Arendt, son of Halan. So he's son of Arendt and son of Halan, I guess. That's how he introduced himself. And Loial thinks Rand is Aiel because Rand has the characteristic of bright red hair. So he's like, oh, what is an Aielman doing here? And then Rand is like, I'm not an Aielman, I'm from the Two Rivers. And he's like, an Aielman from the Two Rivers, okay. And then, yeah, you kind of learn later, too, that Ogiers always think that humans are rushing because Rand is like, oh, I have to go, and I'll meet you down there because Loial is taking too long. So he's like, oh, you humans, always in a rush. So I kind of like that. I like that about Loial. He's like, he's chill, you know? But everyone thinks he's a Trolloc. He does look like kind of scary, but he's nice. Okay. And the dragon is being paraded through the streets, and Mat and Rand are watching the dragon, and it's like Mat is connected to the dragon in some way because the dragon's like laughing, ha ha ha, and then Mat is like seeing it, but only Mat can see it. So it's a weird little connection thing that they got there. I don't know. And then, oh yeah, Steppen later gives some background on how him and Karenni met, and it was sort of cool, I thought, because it was like the warders were helping each other get ready for the funeral and like having their little chats about how they aren't worthy of their Aes Sedais and how, you know, they're not worthy of them and they're so good and everything. And I just thought that was like kind of an interesting scene, to have the guys doing that. Maybe it was different. And they were helping Steppen get ready for the funeral, and then he melts the Aes Sedai ring in as a part of the ritual. So like melts the Aes Sedai ring with other Aes Sedai rings, I'm guessing. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and start a new video, okay? So look for part 2.